The Furrion Chill Cube, 18,000 BTU of cooling power. That one right there is non-ducted. I paid for that. I don't have a deal with Furrion. I wish I did. Furrion, if you're listening, here I am. But how many watts does it take? How many amps does it take? It's got 75% power, 50% power settings. Does it really help? Can I run it on my affordable solar setup? We're going to find out today. Let's rock. So before I plug it into my solar setup and see how that does, we're going to run it on the Predator 5000 generator that I have. The Predator 5000 generator has a screen that tells me how many watts it's pulling. I'm going to set up my rig so that the 80 amp converter is off and nothing else in my rig is running. Only the air conditioner up on the roof will be running, so we can get an accurate picture of how many watts the generator says it pulls. Then I'm going to try to run it on solar and see how that does and see how long I could run this thing on batteries on the 75% mode and 50% mode. So this is going to be a very quick overview. It's not going to go in depth, but I have worked on hundreds of RVs and hundreds of RV appliances. This one right here is the best I have ever worked on. The best I've ever experienced. In auto, when you set it to auto, it actually works. It doesn't go on and off all night and wake you up. So I sleep right here. That turns into a bed, and I sleep below it. This is the thermostat at this level right where I'm sleeping. In follow me mode, this becomes the thermostat. I've never had a device that in auto mode, it'll go from the slowest setting and ramp all the way up to turbo on the fan speed without making any noise. It doesn't shut off and turn on like every other RV air conditioner. And in fact, Keep Your Daydream, Mark, one of our favorite channels, says in the summertime he likes to camp above 5,000 feet so he can open his windows and he doesn't have to listen to the air conditioners turn on and off. This doesn't do that. It ramps up and ramps down on the fan speed and ramps up and ramps down the compressor speed, and it'll just stay on the temperature that you put it very quietly all day, all night. You can set it and forget it. Now let's go out and find out how many watts and how many amps it takes. Okay, so to start our tests, my 30 amp rig, we're going to plug it into my Predator 5000 generator. I did a whole video on this thing. It's a great generator. Go check out that video. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Most of you watch without subscribing. It would really help me out if you'd subscribe. Okay, it is 5 hours later. Rain and wind showed up. And here we are. So I'm going to warm up the generator. On the inside, I have put the mini split, the entertainment center, and the refrigerator. Everything is on the battery. The converter is turned off. So the only thing we're going to have running inside is maybe a tablet or a cell phone charging. So when I plug it in the rig, we'll get a reading and it's going to be crazy low wattage before I go and turn on the chill cube. And then we're going to start seeing how many watts it pulls. And remember, always warm up your generator before you plug it in. There we go. Okay, we've got 0.5 amps and 60 watts. Now let's go inside, fire up the AC, come and see what kind of wattage we're getting. All right, here we go. 68 degrees. Turbo is on. Okay, let's go and see what kind of watts we're pulling. Now, one of the things I have noticed about this AC is it ramps up similar to a mini split. Not identical because it's far more powerful, but it does that ramping up and it keeps on taking more. It'll use more and more power. But let's see what it's got going right now. So about 880 watts. Let's see how many amps that is. There's our amps. 6 or 7 amps. Can that be correct? I got to do the math on that. So I just did the math and it's correct. Wow. This thing, that Furrion Chill Cube pulls about the same power as my 12,000 BTU residential mini split. I'm blown away. So let's go see what it does on 75% and 50% power. So as always, the crazy one is with me. He wants to come outside when there's lightning and thunder and rain, and the water doesn't bother him. Okay, that's quite amazing. So there's how many watts it's pulling. Stepped it down to 600 and 4 and 5 amps. 5 amps. Unbelievable. 600 watts, 5 amps. And it's blowing cold right now. It's blowing really cold. It's the same. I'm trying to get my head around this. Sorry if I'm acting all surprised. I was not expecting this. My Dometic pulled 1,700 watts. This thing is just amazing. It's pulling the same wattage as my mini split. It must be, it's got to be using, it runs like a mini split. It's actively bringing the temperature down while it's out there drawing 600 watts and 5 amps. And it's this quiet. I also love the louver spitting air across the ceiling and then straight down. Okay, I'm absolutely surprised, uh, wonderfully surprised. I mean, that means I'm going to be able to run it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and plug it into my inverter. I already know what's gonna happen. It's gonna run just like the mini split. Unbelievable. This thing is amazing. All right. Now I've done a bunch of upgrades to my solar setup per the really good comments that I've gotten uh, on the comment section. I got the best comment section on YouTube. Funny, you guys are funny, lots of good stuff, and so helpful. So, mini split's plugged in, but I don't have to plug in here anymore. I plug my RV in here now, right here. So that's a UL listed 30 amp. The orange is 10-2 solid Romex. And somebody said something about you can't run solid Romex in an RV. All RVs are all solid Romex everywhere. So that's just silly. So now let's plug it in. Okay. And then the way I've got this thing set up is the cord stays inside and goes over the top of this little wall. See, here's where the cord goes in. So the cord won't come outside at all. It'll come over here and to here, and I can leave this thing closed in the weather and be plugged into my inverter. All right, let's go power it on. What do you think, Bobcat? You ready? Come on, let's go inside. Go up. Best cat. He comes outside when it's raining and wet. He's crazy, aren't you? All right, let's go inside. Watch, he'll be inside. He's my bud. Okay, so I've got it set to Cold, turbo, 75. And I'm going to crank this down. I want it to go, ramp it up a bit. Okay. And it's, so the mini split I've got running full steam right now, and I just kicked that up to full. We're at 800 watts and climbing. So I'm guessing I'm going to climb up with both of them running max right up to 1,000 watts, which is way less than just the Dometic by itself. So I'll let it climb and then I'll show you what the max is out at. And it is working kind of like a mini split. I just heard the compressor ramp up higher and the fan ramp up higher. It never shuts off and it's never noisy. It's never rude. It just ramps up and ramps down very smoothly. But I can tell it just went up. So let's go look at the wattage. There you go. 920. Yeah, like I said. Well, I'm blown away. It performs far better. It's far more efficient than I had ever imagined. I'm amazed. There's a link in the description to this Furrion. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along. I'm sorry for all the dumbfounded looks and head scratching. I am blown away in a very good way. It's not often that an RV product just exceeds all expectations, works this well, and there's even a bonus at night. You can turn on and off the LED, and check this out. When you're sleeping and you got to get up at night, that makes a soft night light. And it's just barely enough light that you can see to walk around and not trip over pets, but not enough light to wake you up and ruin your sleep. So I'm sure they didn't think of that. Home run. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you. There's a link in the description. There's a YouTube link, and there's an Amazon Associates link, whatever works best for you. If you're thinking about this thing, the hesitation's over in my mind. If I'd have known this, I'd have found a way to get it sooner. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.